Hello my spooky bats and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Orphea and in today's video I want to address the topic that God might be a phase. Now I know this is something that especially people who are new to the God scene will hear a lot. It's like, oh, you'll grow out of it. Being God is only a phase. But it's not. At least for me it's not, and for a lot of other people it isn't either. So in today's video I just want to quickly address where the stereotype comes from, why people follow this reasoning, and especially why this isn't true for a lot of people who are part of the God scene and why we actually find this quite an offensive statement to make. Now, first things first, the way that most people see God is as something rebellious that teenagers do. As you will see in a lot of movies, and especially popular movies and series, you will see that every school has a few of the God kids and that yes, eventually they grow out of it. And I feel a lot of this is actually staged. And you will see even in some movies that you will have someone who is alternative at the beginning of the movie and then they give them a makeover and they feel so much better and happier, and then at the end of the movie they are just normal. This is just cruel to people who actually are alternative. And this is not something that I feel is actually realistic. It's not because you're alternative one moment that you have to be normal in order to be happy, because for us being alternative is normal. And I know that a lot of teenagers go through a God phase, and for some it might actually be a phase, because some people just want to rebel, want to look different just to offend their parents. But those people are not in the God scene for the right reasons. And that is something that I have been wanting to accentuate in my past videos as well, is that being God is not just dressing alternatively. You don't even have to dress alternatively. I mean, I look this way for my videos because I choose to look this way for my videos. But if you've seen my previous video, you know that I don't always look like this. Being God is so much more than looking a specific way or rebelling against people or dressing up every single day. Being God is actually being part of something deeper inside of you. It is feeling enjoyment in the dark things, not specifically every single day and every single hour of every single day, but it is just being attracted to dark things in life, to things that some people might not see as super bright, but that we thoroughly enjoy. And more specifically, for me, being God is listening to the music related to the God subculture. And there is so much music that I don't even want to state specific bands here, but do your research. If you want to be part of the God scene, then at least do your research and find out what are the basics of God, which bands started it, and research a little bit if you like them or not. If you don't like them, just know that they exist and know that this is the foundation of God. So most of the time, if you encounter people that say, hey, it's a phase, you'll grow out of it, they have no experience with God, they don't know what God is, and they've only seen movies with gods in it. And honestly, movie gods do not represent the God scene as it is. So I feel like those people base their judgment on a misconception of the God scene. And the best thing that I like to do if people tell me, oh, it's a phase, you'll grow out of it, then I'll tell them, oh, so you'll grow out of being normal as well. Because I feel that being normal is boring and it's not something that I would want to do my entire life. So I feel like they should grow out of being normal and boring. But that's offensive apparently, so I stopped doing that. And most of the time I will just tell them like, well, it's been over 10 years, I don't know when I will grow out of it or if I will ever grow out of it. Or if it's someone that I enjoy the company of, I will start a discussion with them about what God means to me. And that's kind of the reasoning behind these videos as well, is that I want to talk to you and talk especially to people who don't know a lot about the God scene, about what it is, what it involves, how you can be part of it, and why we enjoy it so much, and why for most of us it is not a phase. Another reason why people see God as a phase is because teenagers can kind of dress the way they want, but once you graduate from school, you will have to go and look for a job. And believe me, 9 days out of 10, especially when I'm working, I don't dress up. I dress really casually and some people won't even notice that I'm God. So you don't grow out of God, the God in you just is less visible. And that's what people tend to see. And most of the time it's simply because they don't know and because people conform to a certain look at the workplace. I don't wear this type of makeup to my work because it's not appropriate for my job. For some jobs it might be. And also because doing makeup like this takes about an hour and I don't want to waste an hour before my job, before even having to drive to my job to waste it on applying makeup. So the saying goth is just a phase is actually wrong on so many levels. And I would love to know your opinion on this or your reasoning behind why people think it is a phase, because I just want to open up the discussion. And I feel like in the past few videos we've already done this, and I'm so happy with it because I've even gained a lot of insights on things that I look differently at. So feel free to let me know in the comment section below, what is your opinion on this topic? Was goth just a phase for you, or do you think it will be? Because for me, honestly, it's not. I have been part of the goth subculture since I was 16 more or less, which is over 10 years already. I'm turning 29 this year and I don't plan on quitting it anytime soon. For me, being part of the goth subculture feels like being home, feels like the place where I belong. It is my safe haven. And that's what I want to continue having, and also what I want to give the people who are new to the goth scene, somewhere they belong. And that's also one of the main reasons that I organize my personal events, that I was organizing Revolution, a party in Ghent that was based around goth music, because I don't want the goth scene to die or to disappear completely. I know it has been a lot less active the past few years, the past 5 years already, but for those involved, it will never stop. Most people that I know, and I think there's only 1 or 2 exceptions to this, that I've met in the goth scene are still part of it. But for the statement goth is a phase, the exceptions decided this rule. It's only a few people that actually don't continue being goth, or it is society that doesn't see us as being goth, because we conform to society at least a little bit, and especially in the workplace. So I feel that's what this statement comes from. And also, of course, the Hollywood movies that portray goths as something that is only temporary, that they grow out of, that we are unhappy, gloomy, and that once we transform into a normal person we are happy again, which is total bullshit, of course. Yeah, if you have any good goths in movies recommendations, I would love to know them as well. So if you have any, let me know in the comments down below. I hope you enjoyed this, for now, last installment of me simply talking about goth related topics. The next videos will be a little bit more fashion involved, or actually home involved, because I plan on doing my home tour pretty soon. I will start by doing an office tour or studio tour, which is where I am at exactly now. And then after that, I don't know yet, we'll see. I have a lot more video ideas coming up for you, and I will talk to you about them very soon. Before we end this video, I want to, of course, thank my patrons, and more specifically my high tier patrons, Anders and Jerry. And of course, thank you to every single one of you who watches my videos. If you enjoyed this video, then give it a big thumbs up. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for weekly videos. Thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon with a new video. Bye!